Even as the gold strikes became less frequent and less abundant, people still crowded the rivers and nearby digging sites. Since 1848, when California became the property of the United States, Congress had been discussing what should be done with the territory. Because of its population explosion, California petitioned the United States for immediate statehood. The political status of California became a major source of controversy throughout the United States. Nationally, the question was asked whether California would be admitted to the Union as a slave state or a free state. California drew up a state constitution that banned slavery, primarily to prevent miners from having to compete against slave labor in the diggings. African Americans in California, however, were not granted full rights of citizenship. California's petition for statehood heightened the already simmering tensions in Congress between slave states and free states. Finally, Kentucky Senator Henry Clay helped to create what came to be known as the Compromise of 1850.
California was admitted as a free state, in other words, no slaves, and in return, the United States passed very severe fugitive slave laws that were expected to be enforced throughout the country. Also, black settlers in California were given no political rights.
In the meantime, the American miners in California pressured the state government to prevent the influx of foreign miners from claiming gold the Americans felt was rightfully theirs.
The Mexicans, the Chileans, the Australians, the Europeans, the Chinese that were coming in, the Hawaiians. What about all of these people? Well, the Americans were able to get, in 1850, California was able to pass a law that taxed these people. $20 a day was to tax these people, to try to discourage them.
No group suffered worse than the Chinese. Chinese dwellings were burnt down, and some Chinese were beaten and murdered. Few of these crimes were punished. While most white American settlers did not advocate open violence against the Chinese, few felt much sympathy for their plight. The situation was not much better for non-whites who were born on U.S. soil. African Americans had few legal protections for their property and could not vote in elections. Meanwhile, American Indians without jobs were declared vagrants and forced to work at the digging sites for very little money. The foreigners and American Indians were often targets for the frustrations felt by many of the 49ers.